All right, today's menu. I am inebriated, so this will be fun. Old Forester 86 proof. If you're a fan of bottom shelf like I am, this is a bottle you should be drinking, or at least owning and trying, because Old Forester makes some of the best bourbon you'll ever drink. This isn't their super banana-y stuff. Some people will tell you they get bananas, and I do get bananas, but like I don't get bananas like I do with like their blue label and black label stuff. Their blue label and black label stuff is like straight up banana runs. This is just a bourbon that has some banana to it. It's good. It's delicious. Buy it. It's like $20 a bottle. Um, it's 86 proof. In theory, it should be good for like a beginner. But to me personally, even though it's 86 proof, some days, depending on when I drink this and how I drink this, it's hot. Um, and what I mean by that is like I'm not one of the super picky people that are like, oh, it has to be 115 proof. But I'm not also one of those people that are like, oh, it has to be 80 because I don't like spicy alcohol. I'm not. I like what I like. I'm just simply saying for 86 proof, generally when I drink this, it drinks a lot hotter than 86 proof. I have, what is it, Jim Beam Winter Reserve that's 86 proof, and it drinks the way it's supposed to drink. It's delicious. It's great. You can recommend it to friends that don't drink. It's a good pour. This, however, on some occasions when I drink this, drinks a lot hotter than 86. Keep that in mind. Let's go through the notes and the whatnots of the stuff and things. I'm inebriated, so this will be funny. Yeah, I know. Don't. Shh. We're not going to talk about it. Little bit of banana runts, which I believe are like the little candies that you get in the vending machines. Good bourbony notes, oak, cherry, vanilla. Nothing crazy. Cheers. On to the next tasting of the Vidya. Okay, so for instance, today I've been drinking bourbon for a while. Super smooth down the palate. No issues at all. But the thing that I drank before this was 100 proof. The thing I'm drinking now is 86. If I were to drink this straight up out of the bottle, never drink anything else all day, spicy. Spicy meatball. Right now, just a good bourbon. If you're looking for quality and you're a fan of the general down the road bourbon notes, and you like the vanillas and the cherries and the oaks and the bananas even, and just good bourbon, right? Not picky. You're looking maybe to possibly set up your bar at home, right? You're not trying to spend a lot of money, but you need basic stuff. This plain, this on the rocks, it hits. This in a Coke, this in a cocktail, it hits. Even for like a friend that hasn't had bourbon before, or they're into bourbon but they're not far into their journey, right? This hits. For the price, you should, if you haven't tried it, at least try it once. If you hate it, fine. It was like $20 though. It's kind of like the early times bottled and bond. It's just a bottle that you should own and have and drink and enjoy. Like there's nothing wrong with it. Like this is a bottle that, in my opinion, as long as you have a bar, unless you absolutely for some reason hate it, should always have this and home in your bar. Just always. I mean, there's nothing I can say about it other than the fact that, like I said, sometimes depending on if you've drank all day or drank some other stuff or whatever, it drinks hot sometimes. And when I say drinks hot, it drinks hotter than 86 proof. It's not like crazy. It's 86 regardless. But if you've drank enough bourbon, you know when something can drink at its proof or above its proof or below its proof. For 86, there's some days that I drink this and it's like it's spicy. But for the most part, it's good. There's no complaints from me. This is just good bourbon. She oily too. Maybe not as oily as some of the other stuff that I've had, but she oily. And she delicious. So highly recommend. If you haven't had it, just a regular bottom shelf Old Forester 86. She's just good. Even if you're one of those, oh, I only drink this proof, get it. If you haven't had it, get it. Because if you're a higher proof person, it's high enough proof to where I think you would still enjoy it straight. But also, it's a good bottle that's cheap to have on your shelf. For when people that don't drink high proof come over. Because I don't know about you, but as far as a bottom shelf bottle goes, that's a sexy bottle, right? Most of the bottom shelf bottles look like bottom shelf bottles. And so if you have those in your bar and someone that doesn't know nothing about bourbon comes over and is like, hey, give me some whiskey. And you hand them another bottle, they're going to be like, this some beach gave me some of that cheap crap. You know what I mean? Whereas if you pull this out, it's $20, right? They're going to be like, oh, dang. They gave me some good shit. And you can sit there and be like, $20. Sure. And they're over there like, that was good. What is it? $20. And it's the first bottled bourbon ever. So, yeah, I don't know what the hell this is. I've been playing with it the whole time I'm talking. But, yeah. It's... Even if you're not a fan of 86 proof, it's a bottle you should own because of the history, right? It's been around forever, like literally. Like the label has some cool stuff on it. The back has some cool stuff on it. Like one of their quotes that they put on their bottles is continuously solid before, during, and after Prohibition. Like this brand has been around since been around. You know what I mean? Like they were one of the first companies that was around and they're still around. Like this is a bottle of history. Like I don't know because I can't say, but I almost want to say like people 100 years ago were probably drinking this. And that's cool. And I could be completely wrong. But Prohibition, you know what I mean? Like, there's people back then that were drinking this stuff. And the recipe could have changed. It could have different flavors. Stuff happens. But, like, just the thought of the fact that I'm picking up a bottle that's $20 that people 100 years ago, 80 years ago, whatever it is, because I'm not good at math, could have been drinking that I'm also drinking that still exists. That's pretty freaking awesome. To me. To you, it might not matter. But to me, that's cool. It's like drinking history. And for me, drinking bourbon is partially about the history. Yes, I like bourbon. But I also like the history. You know, bourbon is part of American history. Whether you know that or not, look into it. It's part of American history. That's really interesting and cool. So, until next time, I'm drunk-ish. Drunk-ish meaning like I'm tipsy. And I probably shouldn't walk. But it's funny for you because once I'm sober and watch this video, I'm going to be like, what the hell? I don't know. Anyway, next video. Yeah, that's what I'm reviewing next. We'll see.